I say I want to get to know Douglas. I will read his mentor. What did his mentor say about him? Then his mentor I had to see. Now his mentor is my colleague, right? One-to-one. So we know, we speak the same language, we know what we're saying. So I read his letter about Douglas. Then the second letter about Douglas, the third letter about Douglas. By the time I read these three letters, I know Douglas. Now, then I go back to his application, and knowing him, I can really accept what he's saying there. See what I mean? So those are key. In many panelists, they say they start with reference letters.
It's very important to choose appropriately your letter writer. If you choose somebody that is famous, but doesn't know you very well, this person is not going to write a strong letter because it will be a sort of indifferent letter. There is no direct link. You better choose, it has to be at the right level of compromise. So you have to think about it. You have to think about every single aspect of this application. And this is one of the things you should consider. Choose somebody that knows you, that can write good things, pertinent things about you, personal things about you.
So we talked about it during lunch, and Mike, you said something very important.
And you want to make sure it's people, if you got an A in someone's class, even if you have the top score, that's not often going to lead to a good letter. Because, yeah, okay, so you got a good grade. We have your transcript. We can see that. But, someone you did research with, absolutely. If your major advisor is not on there, you're out. I mean, if you don't have a good relationship with the person you did research with, if you had a summer project, you should have someone from that lab talk about your work. What I really like to see, it's hard for the seniors, but if you say, oh, you're Arkansas now and you're going to go to Illinois next year or whatever, if you have someone from Illinois writing a letter, have you made contact yet in Illinois? If you have, it's going to look great. Even if it's a little vague, but this person, they can say, oh yeah, we've had communications, they've told me about their project. I think this is going to be great. And, it's always a little bit leery. The person who's going to benefit most by you getting the fellowship is your major advisor. So they're almost always going to write you a good letter, which works in your favor. Sometimes we can discount it a little bit, but they know you pretty well. But the fact you've gone out of the way to do it. Now, if you're already a first-year graduate student, that's just a given. Your advisor will write you a good letter. But yeah, you need 3 of them. And if you're heavily involved in your church, if you're heavily involved someone from there should write you a letter. But yeah, every now and again someone comes to me and asks to write a letter, and I usually will turn them down if I'm not their major advisor. I tell them, look, you got to find someone better than me. I know what a good letter is, and I don't think I can give you that just to say you were in my class and you were one of the better students in that class that year.
It doesn't mean anything to us. He's a student. I have the transcript. I want to see. Remember, I'm looking for a leader of the future, so I want to see 3 people say that from different point of views. You see what I mean? So you have to be careful about those reference letters. To start early, think about them early, approach them early, because if somebody come to me a few days before the deadline, I can't, right? Because we all over busy. But give it 1 month, then I can, think about you during that 1 month.
If you went to REU, an excellent choice would be to choose as a writer, the director of your research at the REU. They really know you. They met you. They spent almost 1 month in the summer working with you.
And they will be very happy to write for you because it makes them look very good if you get it, because you were REU in their program. It means that their program, next year when they apply for REU again, they will say, one of our REU got the Graduate Research Fellowship.
Put that in my renewal grant that just got funded.
Exactly.
One of our graduates got a fellowship. So NSF loves to see that the money is being recycled and just benefiting more and more people.
I assure you, this is one of the most, you can write anything about yourself, but I will start with your references. That's how I know the applicant. Okay, so now I think they give you some tips. Start the process early, read the solicitation, go online, GRFP, you will see all kinds of information for you. Read it before you start writing. Demonstrate review of criteria. Now you know it's 2 criteria. You have to, both of them be clear in your application. It's not one, both of them, you have to put it there. Be clear, concise, confident, and truthful, because we can see through you, believe me. Remember, all of us are professors, faculty, all of us dealt with students many times, so we know what you're saying. Submit application based on panel. Sometimes you are, for example, mechanical engineering, but bio, your application could go both. Be very careful. What is the majority of your research will be? Because those are the people who read it. And for interdisciplinary, put, percentage, like mechanical 50, bio 30, math 20, if your application fits on those 3 areas, something like that. Okay, and then ensure it says address all application questions, all those 10 points you see, put it there, answer them. Check for spelling, you don't want to be a leader of the future with, we all do grammar, errors and spelling until now, but when you apply for this, that's where you be very careful. But if I said upload correctly, of course when you upload online it's very easy, so you don't have to worry about it, and then submit. Check, usually you submit in November, the results will be sometime by the end of this month or something, end of March, yes, March, April, and then you will see. Okay, so this is, of course, for your information, it is, application are evaluated by team, right? Panelists complete, as Matt said, we read twice, everybody will be read twice, and then we say, look at they put everybody, there is rank everybody, and they cut here, those are out, those are read again. So and then we read you again. So that's what they mean by 2 panels at least, and then that's the first cut, and then we keep reading until we make the decision. The panel is, we only recommend, we don't say this must be funded. This is recommended, and NSF decide on their funding. Okay, so those are the common reason for not successful. This is, can you see, number 1, so always helps you. Talk to your mentor. He will help you to put what you did in that context. Choice of prestigious school over research management. I want to go to MIT. By the way, usually I never seen any panelists from MIT. So always other school do go there. So, so it's not like everyone say, okay, this guy MIT, like, let us give it to him. No, it doesn't happen this way. Inappropriate or uninformative references. Some references are really bad. They are really said bad things about the student. And we said, what do we do? What do we do? So should I say in that box, change your reference because he said bad things about you? I said it. And she said, the panel chair, she said, don't. Just say inadequate information in your material. But there are some people who write bad things about you. His student is poor, he can't fail in research. So why did you write him a letter? You should say no. That's the fact that you said no. It happens. So be careful about your references. Okay, so you can see the weak personal statement. That's number 1. People will be unhappy about it. Okay, so applying always produces a winning result. Meaning what? Even if you don't get it, there is another deadline for the DOD applications. Very similar, without the broader impacts. The defense don't really care about diversity or society or anything. I don't know. But be careful. If you don't get it, you can apply to those. So you can, once you have this application, you can apply. DOD and DOE, they are coming in a later, I think 1 month later. So that's what they are trying to say. In job applications, writing publication, it will help you in every way. So there is no losing here. Application will be available in August, deadline November, awards in April. Best time to start now because it gets started by thinking. And those are the other, websites. Just go to NSFGR, you will see all kinds of material there.
We're going to forward this to you. We've got your email address, and we'll forward this link to you so if you